1956 Minamata, Japan, 8 people living in the same neighborhood were hospitalized after they began convulsing and had trouble walking and talking. Doctors had no idea what disease was affecting these patients, and as time went on, more and more people in Minamata began showing symptoms. Even cats were convulsing and dying all over the city. Crows were falling from the sky, and at the sea, seaweed died out and dead fish floated to the surface. The symptoms of the people who were infected continued to worsen, as they began losing vision and hearing, totally lost the ability to walk or grab objects, and some even falling into coma. The fatality rate of the disease was 35%, but those who survived faced negative stigma and discrimination due to the panic caused by the mystery surrounding the disease. As investigations progressed, it was realized that those infected all lived along the shore of the city in fishing hamlets. Because of the amount of fish floating on the surface of the sea dead, researchers suspected that the disease might have been food poisoning. They initially theorized that the fish contained a heavy metal, and after many tests they identified high levels of mercury. It was then announced that the Minamata disease was caused by mercury poisoning from wastewater released into the sea, which was then absorbed by the fish locals ate. All of the toxic wastewater came from a nearby chemical factory owned by the Chiso Corporation. The Chiso Company's many unethical practices played a huge role in allowing this tragedy to happen. The company knew very well of the dangers of mercury poisoning and the risk of dumping their wastewater into the waters next to Minamata, but they never found a different way to get rid of the waste, as that would have costed them more money. Also, their lack of transparency throughout the investigation made it take longer to identify the problem and caused the incident to drag on longer than it should have. More government regulation needed to be put in place to make sure the Chiso Corporation and other chemical factories were managing the waste properly.